The bell shrieked, a sound more akin to a tortured scream than a signal for class. It was the last period of the day at Socorro High, and a bone-deep chill had settled over the campus. Not the typical chill of a fall afternoon, but a cold that seemed to seep from the very walls of the old building, promising something ancient and malevolent lurked beneath the surface. The whispers had started a few weeks ago, tales of the library's basement, a place few students ever saw. They said it held not just dusty books, but something else, a shadow, some called it, a presence that moved just at the edge of your vision. Leo, always the skeptic, had scoffed at the stories, but tonight he was locked in the school, part of the debate club's late-night prep session. The rest of the team had left early, complaining of sudden headaches and an inexplicable fatigue. Now he was alone in the empty hallway, the fluorescent lights buzzing with an unnatural intensity, casting long, distorted shadows that danced with every slight movement. A muffled thump echoed from the floor below, the library's basement. His heart hammered against his ribs. "Just the pipes settling," he muttered, but his voice was a weak tremor. He crept toward the library, drawn by a morbid curiosity. The basement door, usually sealed, was ajar. He pushed it, the hinges groaning in protest. The air that rushed out was stale and heavy, smelling of decay and old paper. He flipped on his phone's flashlight. The beam danced over stacks of books, their spines cracked and faded. Then he saw it, a figure, hunched in the far corner. Not a person, but a tangle of shadows, so dense it seemed to absorb all light. It had no face, no discernible features, just an absence of light. It pulsed, a slow, rhythmic beat that seemed to match his own terrified pulse. The stories were real. The shadow had always been here, feeding on the fear and sadness of generations of students. He scrambled back, his breath coming in ragged gasps. The door slammed shut with a finality that echoed through the building. The shadow was no longer in the corner. It was right behind him. He could feel its cold, silent presence, a suffocating weight that stole the very air from his lungs. A silent terror took hold of him, freezing his limbs. He didn't scream. There was no point. It wasn't a monster that hunted with claws or teeth. It hunted with a silence so absolute it could erase you from existence. His mind went blank, the shadow consuming every thought and memory. The next morning, the janitor found the library door locked. When he opened it, everything was in its proper place. The only thing out of the ordinary was a single, dust-covered book left on the floor. Its pages were blank. Leo was never seen again. He was gone, not just from Socorro High, but from the minds of everyone who had known him. It was as if he had never existed at all, and the bell once again shrieked.